Magandang gabi. Ako po muli si Propesor Rodolfo Aquino ng PUP Quezon City. So ako po yung muling babahagi sa inyo ng isang topic tungkol sa subject na distribution management. So gawin ko po itong video na to sangayon doon sa request ng mga estudyante ko na naka-enroll sa subject na to sapagkat nagkaroon kami ng konting delay sa aming lesson. So dapat nasa week 5 and 6 na kami ngayon. Pero ngayon ay i-discuss ko yung week 3 and 4. Nagkaroon po kami ng delay sapagkat nagdaos po kami ng 27th founding anniversary ng eskwelahan. So nagkaroon ng mga maraming aktibidad na nakilahok yung aming mga estudyante. At isang sa naging dahilan para sila po ay hindi makapag-prepare at nirequest po nila itong video na to. So, simulan na po natin yung discussion para po nasa kapakanan lahat ng aking mga estudyante. So, mag-share po muna ako sa inyo ng aking slides. Okay. So, nakikita po ba? So, kung nakikita po, simulan na po natin yung topic po na to. So, week 3 and 4, distribution, channel, and design. So, distribution channels also known as marketing channels. No? So, when we are talking of marketing channels, we have the traditional, which is the manufacturer, wholesaler, retailer, and the last channel is the consumer. Apat po. Pero ngayon po, marami na pong channel na dapat nating maunawaan at maibahagi dito sa subject na to. So it represents the various routes through which products or services from the manufacturer or producer up to the end consumer. The choice of distribution channel depends on the factor such as nature of the product, target market, and company's overall marketing strategy. So it will going to depend, no? Yung ating distribution, it will be going to depend on the nature of the product, anong klase yung produkto, ito ba ay non-food or food, something like that. And target market, sino yung bibili. And there is a incorporation of the company's overall marketing strategy. So, pag pinagsama-sama to, how the products or how the company's products or the services will be patronized, no? Or will be used by the end consumer. So ito po yung mga different types, no, ng mga distribution channel na nadagdag. So unang-una, number 1 is direct sales. So in this particular channel, the manufacturer or producer sells the product directly to the consumer without intermediaries. So when we are talking of intermediaries, walang nakikialam or walang nasa pagitan between the manufacturer and the consumer. So it goes directly. No? So direct sales can occur through company-owned stores. So meron silang mga company-owned stores. Yung sariling store, so we call it the brick and mortar, or e-commerce website, no? Or sales representative. This approach provides more control but can be a resource objective. Okay. So, so that is the meaning of what? Direct sales. Okay. So number 2 is commonly known as the retailers. No? So what are the retailers? Retailers purchase product from manufacturers or wholesalers and sell them to the end consumer. So retail distribution channel includes physical store. Ayan, binabanggit ko kanina. So, meron siyang physical store, yung tinatawag natin brick and mortar. No? And e-commerce platform. So retailers may offer a wide range of products to meet the diverse consumers' needs. So lahat ng mga pangangailangan natin. So nandun sa mga retailers. So ang mga examples ng retailers, nandiyan sila. Just SM, yan, retailer yan. Hindi naman sila nagpuproduce ng products. They are just selling the product. Supermarket, nandyan si SM din, si Robinson. Yan. So yan mga type of retail. 7-Eleven for convenience, no? So andyan si Dali, andyan si Alphamart, etc., etc. Makikita natin sa ating neighborhood. Na? So those are the examples of retailers. So number 3, so meron tayong wholesaler. A wholesaler act as an intermediary. So nakialam na siya, no? So between the consumer and between the retailer and the manufacturer. Siya yung nasa pagitan, wholesaler. So, they purchase products in bulk. When we are talking of bulk, marami. So hindi sinasabing kaunti, pero marami. So that would be depending on the intention of the businessman. So if the intention of the businessman to sell the product on a bulk, so pwede siyang papasok siya dun sa wholesaling business. So ang gandahan nun, so makukuha niya yung product on a wholesale basis, o yung tinatawag nating discount. May discount siya as a wholesaler para kumita naman siya kasi binibenta niya kay retailer yung mga product niya. Something like that. So, do you understand what is meant by wholesaler? So, wala silang, some of them owns an establishment, pero we cannot determine that they are a wholesaler pala. So, excuse me, alamig eh. Kape kayo. So, do you understand what is meant by wholesaler? So, if you have any question, you can type it on the description box para ma-address natin yung mga tanong ninyo. Kung wala naman, so makinig na lang po. So, number 4, distributors. So, distributors similar to wholesalers, intermediary. Pwede siya sa pagitan ni wholesaler and retailer at pwede rin siya sa pagitan ni retailer at ni consumer. Something like that, no? So, when we are talking of wholesalers, so they buy products from manufacturers but may carry a narrow, no? When we say narrow, ano ba ibig sabihin narrow? Makitid. Or we could say they are just only concentrating on one product alone. So they don't carry multiple products kasi nga it is very hard, no? It is very hard to market, no? Lalo na kung maliit lang yung capital natin at we don't own a store or we don't own a warehouse, no? Wherein we can store our products, no? So wala silang gano'n. So distributor lang sila. So more likely they are just only distributing one product alone. So yun yung tinatawag nating distributor. So they often serve specific industries in regions and can offer value-added services like inventory management and product knowledge. So next natin is what? Andyan si agent and broker. Yan, si agent and broker facilitate sales between manufacturers and the retailer. So sila siya nasa pagitan. Sino? Yung agent and broker. So it is familiar to what? yung mga agent, it is very familiar. Their existence in what? In selling real properties and what? Insurance, no? So, dito sumikat si Manny Villar, no? So, dati siyang ahente ng kumpanya ni Cynthia, no? Si Cynthia ang mayaman, asindera si Cynthia. So they own huge properties in Quezon, they own huge properties in Batangas, in Laguna, in Calamba, Laguna, in Cavite, no? So maraming kumpanya si Cynthia, no? So unlike Villar, wala, empleyado lang siya noon. Pero bakit yumaman si Villar? Kasi ginamit niya yung gandang lalaki niya, no, para mapaibig niya si Cynthia. So ganun nga nangyari, no? Naging mag-asawa si Cynthia at si Manny Villar. And right now, they own a lot of properties nationwide na. Okay? So bakit pumasok si Villar sa ganong klaseng hanap buhay? So syempre, may delikadesa din naman siya kahit papaano. So ayaw niya nga masabing pinakasalan niya Cynthia dahil sa mayaman Cynthia. Namasukan muna siya, no? After their wedding. So bilang ahente ng kumpanya ni Cynthia before, nung sila'y bagong kasal pa lang. So kumita siya, no? So may batas tayo, no, na pagka nakapagbenta ka ng property or real property, you are entitled to 5%, no? 5 hanggang 7 pa nga yung binibigay ng ibang company. The company is profitable. Pero sa nangyari kay Villar, 5% lang yata, no? So nakapagbenta si Villar ng isang property, so he gets commission from that, no? Magkano? 5%. So let's say hypothetically, no, the price of the property is 1 million. So magkano yung sa 5% noon? 5% ng 1 million. So that will be what? 50,000 pesos. So from that 50,000 pesos, itinayo ni Manny Villar yung kanyang sariling kumpanya, which is known as what? Camellia Homes. So yun yung stepping stone na ginawa ni Manny Villar para yumaman, something like that. So right now, napakarami na lang kumpanya. Okay? And if I'm not mistaken, no? If I'm not mistaken, I think Villar is the fourth yata or third, something like that, na pinakamayaman sa buong Pilipinas. Okay, sa agent niya, no, sa broker. Yung mga broker naman, tinutukoy naman natin dito yung mga broker. So these are people who are selling insurance. So dito sa bansa natin, dalawang klase yung insurance, yung tinatawag natin TPL and comprehensive, na. So ano ba yung TPL? What is meant by TPL? Third party liability. So from the word itself, third party, ibig sabihin, ang cover lang ni insurance is yung third party. So, kasi nga, dito sa bansa natin, medyo limited ang income ng mga tao. Inaalaw ni government na kumuha ng mga TPL type of insurance, yung mga nagre-rehistro ng mga para sa insurance, no? Kasi kailangan kung hindi, let's say sakyan, hindi mo pwedeng i-rehistro yung kotse mo nang walang insurance, no? So hinahanapan lagi ng insurance. Siyempre, pag nagkaroon ng aksidente, sino sasagot ano sasagutin ng insurance, no? So let's say for example, no, nagkabungguan yung dalawang sakyan. Wasak yung harapan, no? Wasak. So identify natin sino yung first party. So kung alam niyo yung sagot, pwede niyo i-type sa description box, no? Pero sasabihin natin na yung sagot is yung first party is yung may-ari ng sakyan. Let's say, sakyan ko, nabunggo, wag naman sana, knock on wood, wag naman sana, no? wasak yung harapan, something like that, no? So, sasagutin ni insurance company yung damage doon sa first party. Sabi nga natin kanina, sino yung first party? Yung may-ari ng sakyan. Let's say na hospital ako, let's say for example. So, yung gastos ko sa hospital, sagot ni comprehensive insurance. So, yun yung first party. Sino naman yung second party? Sino-sino pa yung, bukod sa akin, sino-sino pa yung first party? Yung mga sakay ni driver. Yung mga sakay ko, kung meron akong sakay, something like that, no? So, pagka merong injured sa kanila, so sagot din yung kanilang hospitalization. So, yun yung first party. Sino naman yung second party? Ang second party na tinutukoy natin dito is yung sasakyan. So, anong damage dun sa sasakyan? Let's say, nawasak yung unahan, nawasak yung totally damaged, yung totally wrecked, no? Yung sasakyan. So, anong kan? So, gagamitin mo ba yung sasakyan na yan ng ganong itsura? So, mahirap, no? So, may kasabihan nga, pagka gumagamit yung sasakyan na merong basag or bangga, so, malas daw yon. So, more likely, papagawa natin yon. So, paggawa, so kapag totally damaged at hindi na papakinabangan, papalitan ni insurance yung kotse. So, papalitan siya ng bago. So, ganun kaganda yung comprehensive. Pero mas mahal. Mas mahal ang insurance, no? Kapag comprehensive. Yung sa akin, ang binabayaran ko taon-taon is pababa naman yung insurance. So, let's say yung first year, medyo mataas pa. Second year, baba ng konti. Third year, etc. etc. No, pagka naka 5 years na, dapat mababa na lang yung babayaran sa insurance. So, more likely, nag-average sa mga 15 to 20,000 pesos, no? Per year. Babayaran mo siya per year. So, maliit lang pala, no? Ganun, kumpara doon sa value ng kotse. Isolated cases lang ng mga aksidente. So, hindi naman lahat ng tao na aksidente. Kaya, computed na nila yun. So, ang babayaran nung first party, ito lang yung amount na babayaran niya. Something like that, no? So, I hope you understand. So, what about the third party? Yung tinutukoy natin kanina. So, third party, sino yun? Yung nadamay sa aksidente. Let's say, nagkaroon ng collision. So, tumatawid ka sa kalsada, ikaw yung napitpit pa. Something like that, no? So, yung hospital, kung buhay pa yung tao, yung hospitalization, nung yung nadamay, we are referring to nadamay. Kung buhay pa siya, so pagagamot siya ng insurance, no? Then, kung patay, ipalilibing. So, kumpleto yun, no? So, something like, lahat sasagutin sa lamay, etc., yung kabaong, etc., etc., hanggang sa libingan, no? Para at least makompensate man lang yung mga kamag-anak. Dahil tumatawid lang yung anak nila, or let's say, for example, yung kanilang kamag-anak, nadamay doon sa accident. So, walang kamalay-malay. So, sinasagot ni insurance. 100% yun na binabayaran. Okay? So, tatlo kapag comprehensive yung cover. Yung TPL, third party lang yung kasama. So, try to imagine, no, class, gaano ka dito, kamahal yung magiging sagot ng insurance. Kung ikaw ay nadamay doon sa tinatawag natin aksidente. Okay? So, at least, no, from this point of discussion. So, alam natin what are real properties. Ano ba yung real properties? Totoong property like houses and lots. So, yung insurance naman. So, alam natin what are the two types of insurance na umiiral dito sa bansa natin. Sa ibang bansa, walang third party. Wala, hindi pinapayagan. So dito lang sa bansa natin. Yeah, I'm not sure with my answer. I don't know with India. I don't know with, I think China, and they do not allow third party insurance type. No? So mas gusto nila yung comprehensive. So dito sa atin, kasi meron tayong mga jeep, meron tayong mga owner type of jeep, meron tayong mga tricycle. Dito lang naman sa bansa natin yung mga tricycle na yan. So may mga insurance din yung mga yan, no? Yung mga motor. Nanghihinayang yung mga ibang tao sa pagbayad ng insurance. Kaya kinukuha nila yung third party liability. So may limit yon. So hindi katulad ng comprehensive, 100%. Pero yung third party may limit. Up to how much? 20,000 lang. Ganun lang siya kayat. So pag lumagpas na ron, sagot na nung driver. Sino man yung kumuha ng third party liability. Sagot na niya yung gastos nun kapag malaki yung damage ng sasakyan at malaki yung ginastos sa hospital, something like that. No? Kaya nakukulong yung ibang driver. No? Kasi nga, it's because of they don't have insurance with them. No? Kasi siyempre pag kinasuhan sila ng damage sa property resulting to homicide, na may namatay, so katakot-takot na problema yan. So walang kakayahan yung driver na gawin yon kasi nga TPL yung kanyang yung insurance, so makukulong siya. Do you understand? So that's the implication. Okay? So number 6, franchising. Let's go with franchising. Franchising involves a parent company. So we call it the franchisor, granting the right to an individual or entity. We call it yung bibili ng franchise, we call it the franchising. To operate a business using the parent company's branding, product, support. This channel is prevalent in the fast food and retail industry. So kapag naman ang tinutukoy natin dito is franchisee, tayo yun. Tayong individual. So kapag may pera tayo, bibili tayo ng franchise. Kanino? Sa mga fast food, sa mga convenience store, yan, no-offer nila ng franchise. But the thing is, it is very expensive. Okay? Kung hindi natin kayang bayaran, so more likely, do not enter into franchise kasi hindi naman natin kaya bayaran. Ano pa yung babayaran natin dyan? So, tinatawag natin royalty fee. No? So, meron tayong royalty fee na babayaran niya kasi hindi naman tayo may-ari ng negosyo. So, sino may-ari? Yung what? Yung may-ari, siyempre. Like Jollibee, sino may-ari? Si Tony Tan Yung let's say si 7-Eleven naman, no? I don't know. Hindi ko alam kung sino may-ari. McDonald's, si Rayco. Okay? So when we are kapag binili natin yung business nila, meron ba tayong negosyo? Ganun ba kabilis yun? Pag binili natin at may pera tayo, hindi pa. Kasi hindi kasama sa franchise yung ano kasama sa franchise? Sabihin natin yung branding. Yan, branding. Ano pa? Yung products. Sama yon. Bebenta natin yung products. Then, yung support na makukuha natin sa company. Okay? So, yan yung kasama sa binayaran natin. Tatlo lang. What about the building? Hindi kasama yon. So, sarili mong gastos yun. So, franchise fee plus what? The purchase of lot or real property. Yan. So, hindi ko mo ikaw ay mapera at nakabili ka kagad ng franchise at nakabili ka kagad ng site location na pagtatayuan ng iyong nabiling franchise, papayagan ka lang magnegosyo. Hindi pa. Okay? Bakit? Kailangan pasado muna yung napili mong location kanino? Kay Jollibee. So, kailangan mo mag-submit ng feasibility study regarding the site, the choice of the site location. kailangan patunayan mo kay Jollibee that this area is what? Is highly, what you call that? Highly, uh, high in foot traffic. Let's say, for example, so maraming taong bypassers, bystanders, talagang very busy yung lugar. So, kailangan patunayan mo muna yun. Pagka napatunayan mo yun, saka palang papayagan ni Jollibee at uh, pwede ka na magpatayo ng iyong building. Kaya nga meron nakikita, no? On this site will rise Jollibee store, something like that. Sa labas pa lang, kinisimulan pa lang tayo. Natapos yun, dun ka pala makapagsimula ng negosyo. So, siyempre, ang magle-layout din ng building mo is what? Company din. So, siyempre, ibigyan kanya ng design, dapat sundin natin yun. Then, of course, kapag bumibenta na tayo, from our sales, magbabayad tayo ng royalty fee. Ano ba yung royalty fee? Yun yung binibigyan natin, para mas madali ninyo maintindihan. Let's say, for example, no? Ang royalty fee is what? Let's say, very common to sa mga songwriters and actors or artists. Like, for example, Elvis Presley. Sino si Elvis Presley? King of rock and roll. So, bata pa ako, namatay na yan, no? At, siyempre, yung royalty fee is what? Transferable. So, pwedeng ilipat. Pero in this case, tinatanggap yung royalty fee, tinatanggap ni Lisa Marie Presley. Who is Lisa Marie Presley? Daughter, anak ni Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. Okay? So, sino ang asawa ni Anden? So, si Lisa Marie, tinatanggap niya yung, kapag bumili tayo ng records ni Elvis Presley, a portion of our payment on the records or kapag yung plaka, yung tape, yung recordings, no? So, a portion of our payment goes to what? Goes to Lisa Marie Presley. Each. Pag bumili ka, may mapupunta sa kanya. So, ngayon tayo bumili. So, meron ding royalty fee na ibinibigay si music industry doon sa yung beneficiary ni Elvis Presley, which is Lisa Marie Presley. Okay? So, si Lisa Marie Presley, kilala niyo ba siya? Ang tanong. Kung hindi, sasabihin ko yung sagot sa inyo mamaya. Pero kung alam niyo sagot, pakitype niyo yung sagot sa description box kung kilala niyo si Lisa Marie Presley. No? Si Lisa Marie Presley is what? Sa America na icon, no? Anak ni Elvis. Napangasawa ni Michael Jackson. Okay, so dalawa na ba yung royalty na natatanggap ni Lisa Marie? So I'm not sure. No? I'm not sure with my answer. Pero malamang kung hindi pa tapos yung kaso, is what? Hindi pa matatanggap ni Lisa Marie Presley yung royalties ni Michael Jackson. Dahil sabi, patay na daw si Michael Jackson. Naniniwala ba kayo doon? Patay na si Michael Jackson. So, doon sa mga naniniwala, pakisabi lang yes sa description box. Pero doon sa mga hindi naniniwala, paki-state yung reason bakit hindi kayo naniniwala. Okay? So, ako hindi ako naniniwala patay si Michael Jackson. Pero, sabi sa media, patay na daw si Michael Jackson. Mayroong mga sightings na sa concert na nakita si Michael Jackson. Wala ba kayo doon? So, merong mga lumabas sa YouTube, lumabas sa mga magazines, lumabas sa news, no, na nakita si Michael Jackson nanonood ng concert. No? And besides, pangalawa is what? Michael Jackson is a king of pop. Siya yung natagawian na king of pop sa buong mundo. So, gaano kasikat yung tao na yan? So, si Elvis Presley, king of rock and roll. Nung namatay si Elvis Presley, talagang pinakita sa public yung kanyang bangkay. Pero kay Michael Jackson, hindi pinakita na inaabangan ng mga tao na ipakita. Pero hindi siya pinakita. Okay? So, meron ng doon, meron ng foul play na nakita tayo. Kasi nga, hindi pinakita. Hindi mo siya pinatay ng ano ng hindi naman siya brutally killed para, let's say, sinira yung mukha ni Michael Jackson, nilabas yung bituka, labas-labas yung buto. Hindi naman ganoon eh. It's only an overdose, no? Yung kanyang, yung lumabas sa media na cause of death ni Michael Jackson, overdose lang. Pero hindi siya, pero there's no reason para hindi mo ipakita. Bakit? Anong reason behind? Diba? Then, isa pa doon is what? Naka-sealed yung kabaong ni Michael Jackson. So, hindi na talaga, kasi kung siya like for example, FPJ, no? Nagkaroon ng public viewing. Kasi sino si FPJ? Iniidolo ng buong Pilipinas yan si FPJ, no? King of Filipino movies. Diba? Si The King, si FPJ. Kaya pinakita sa public. Si ganoon din, si Elvis Presley, no? King of rock and roll. So marami sa mga magulang natin, inidolo si Elvis Presley. So tanong niyo yung mga parent ninyo. Tanong niyo kung sino si Elvis Presley. And then you can search na Google, no? Para makita niyo sino si Elvis Presley. Siya yung tinagurian King of rock and roll nung araw, nung buhay pa siya. Okay? Si Michael Jackson, King of pop, no? Talagang inidolo ng mga kabataan, no? Sa buong mundo. Lahat ng kanta niya, kinabisado. Yung mga moves niya, ako nga, nung bata-bata pa ako, ginagaya ko yung moonwalk ni Michael Jackson. Pero ngayon, hindi ko na magawa, no? Kasi may edad na tayo, no? So, bakit mo itatago sa publiko? So, dun pa lang, no? Medyo may na, no? So, may nabasa akong article na si Michael Jackson is mahilig tumulong. Pero in spite of sa kagustuhan niyang makatulong, hindi siya nakakabayad, no? Nakakabayad. So, may utang siya sa UNICEF, sa USA for Africa, yung mga concerts niya, no? Sa Haiti, nung lumindol sa Haiti. No? So, meron siya mga ano, binigyan ng mga tulong, yung mga affected individuals, affected people, ng mga calamities na ganyan, no? Ang problema, nakakalimutan ni Michael Jackson magbayad. So, siguro sa sobrang kasikatan, no? It's my own speculation lang naman. So, hindi ko naman sinasabing yun yung dahilan. Sa sobrang kasikatan niya, nagnanawa siya sa sobrang kasikatan niya. So, he decided to, what? Fake his own death. Parang gano'n nangyari dyan, no? So, hindi pa natin napapatunayan yan. Kasi nga, mahirap hanapin yung taong nagtatago. Nagtatago lang siya, no? Kasi ang naniniwalang patay siya. So, do you understand? Kung patay siya, tatanggap na si Lisa Marie Presley ng 2 royalty. So, one from his father and one from her husband, Michael Jackson. Kung totoong patay si Michael Jackson. Pero hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin na-resolve yung issue na yan. Okay? Medyo natabunan na. Do you understand, no? What is franchising? Then online marketplaces, no? So online marketplaces like Amazon, eBay, Alibaba allow third-party sellers, no? Meron mga third-party sellers. Pwede tayo maging third parties kung kaya nating mamuhunan, no? Being a third-party seller. So dito sa case ni Amazon and eBay, sino yung mga third-party sellers? Andiyan si Shopee, andyan si Lazada, andyan si Temu, andyan si TikTok, third-party seller. Okay? Kasi itong mga companies, hindi naman sa kanila yung product na yun. Kinukuha lang din nila kay Amazon at kay eBay. So, binibili nila yan para ibenta. Third-party sellers nga tawag, no? To list and sell their products on a platform. Nila sa platform basis. At that attracts the broad consumer base. Seller on these platforms leverage the marketplace to reach and to marketplace reach and infrastructure. So they understand what is online marketplaces. Next number is specialty stores. So ito yung fun. Specialty stores focus on a specific product category or niche. Okay? They offer a curated selection of products to serve a particular customer segment. Example, include electronic stores or pet supplies. No? Example na lang natin dito sa Pilipinas. Mga specialty store natin like Louis Vuitton, Lacoste. Louis Vuitton, Lacoste, Mercury Drug. Okay? So, yan yung mga examples natin ng specialty stores. Nike, Adidas, Levi's. So, yan yung mga specialty stores. So, it's because they are only concentrated on their product. No? So, like Louis Vuitton, they are selling bags only, no? And wallets, etc., etc. Pero napakamahal. Let's say, isang maleta, no? Ang kakahalaga ng 500,000 may good sa maleta. Let's say, bag lang ng babae, ang kakahalaga ng 100,000. My goodness, napakamahal. Pitaka, nagkakahalaga ng 20,000, 30,000. Pitaka lang yan. So, mahal. So, ang tanong, bakit ang mahal ng product ng Louis Vuitton? Kung alam niyo ninyo sagot, pakitype sa description box. Pero sasabihin natin maya-mayang konti para at least ma-enlighten yung karamihan ng makakapanood ng video na to. Okay? So, bakit kaya hindi sila nagbababa? No? No kaya rason. Kasi, si Louis Vuitton, company, we are talking of company, not bags. They are what? They are satisfied on their present profits. Ano ibig sabihin nun? So, walang pakialam si Louis Vuitton kay bumili ka or hindi ka bumili. So, kung hindi ka bumili, umalis ka. Wala silang pakialam, di ka nila habulin. Kasi, they are satisfied with their present profit. So, mayaman na sila eh. So, hindi nila kailangan yung pera mo. Kahit di ka bumili, wala silang pakialam. Pag bumili ka, thank you. Something like that. No? Yun yung kondisyon ng they are satisfied with their present profit. Then, si Levi's, ganun, magkano pantalon kay Levi's? Pinakamababa, 5K or 3K, something like that. Depende sa tatak. Pagka 501, 5K. Si Nike, ganun din. You cannot buy Adidas shoes in Nike store. Saan ka ba nakakita ng Nike ang tindahan, ang tinda? Adidas. Magsasabong yung dalawa. So we call it what? Specialty store. Si Mercury Drug, puro gamot lang yung pinebenta. Wala nang ibang. Pero ngayon, medyo natatalo sa market si Mercury Drug. Kaya nagdagdag na siya ng other products like supermarket. No? Nagbebenta na rin siya doon sa kanyang store. Okay, then we have department store. Department store sells a wide variety of products across the various categories under one roof. No? Isang bubong lang. Like SM na yun. So, pas mo sa SM, meron mga different departments. Like kids department, like teens department, like ladies department, men's department. So, lahat ng mga gamit mo, panlalaki, mabibili mo dun sa department na yun. Pambabae, mabibili mo dun sa department na yun. Pambata, punta ka sa kids, so makukuha mo na yung mga product na yun. So, available siya. One roof lang siya, isang bubong or isang building. Do you understand? We call it the department store. Then we have the vending machines. Yung mga vending machines like vending machines automatically dispense products to customers. They are commonly used for snacks and beverages and small items in a high traffic location such as airports, bus stations, comfort rooms, or office na maraming nagtatrabaho. Let's say for example, so pinoprovide nila yung mga vending machines para more likely yung tao nila hindi lalayo. So, capture nila yung sales ng mga product na yun. So, sa comfort room, yung mga gamit natin pang babae, so mabibili na natin dun sa vending machine. So, yung concept niya like ATM, nag-dispense ng pera, pero ito, product ang din-dispense in exchange of our money. Do you understand? We call it vending machine. So, meron tayong coffee, so meron tayong instant coffee na may inom kapag kinuha natin siya sa vending machine, something like that. Okay? Then we have the direct marketing. Marketing channels involve companies selling products directly to consumer through what? Catalogs. Mga magazines, catalogs, direct mail, email. So makakatanggap tayo ng sulat, makakatanggap tayo ng email selling what? Their product. Para maengganyo tayo. So, ibang tao, nakikita, nagbubuklat ng mga magazines, makikita nila, binibenta na pala sila ng product ng company. So, we call it what? Using kasi like Avon. So, meron silang catalog. No? Kapag bibenta ka nila, buksan mo yung catalog nila, makikita mo yung mga products doon. Something like that. Then we have the cooperative associations like are groups of independent retailers or producers who join together, yan, nagsama-sama sila, to achieve mutual benefits such as bulk purchasing and what? Bulk purchasing of joint marketing efforts. So marami tayong klaseng cooperative. Meron tayong consumers cooperative, meron tayong marketing cooperative, meron tayong producers cooperative, at meron pa tayong finance cooperative. So iba-iba yung objective ng mga cooperatives na yan. So let's say consumers cooperative. So yung mga members of the cooperative are also the consumer of the products of the cooperative. So ano ba yung mga example? Let's say for example, no? Yung nature ng cooperative natin is native. Mostly mga product niya, mga native products. No? So sino bumibili ng produkto ng cooperative? So yung mga members of the cooperative para kumita yung cooperative at i-divide din sa kanila naman yung profits of the cooperative. So ano pa ang example ng consumers cooperative like groceries, no? So mura. More likely may yung bumili si cooperative member kay cooperative kapag mura yung benta nila doon sa mga produkto. So sila mismo, they are patronizing their own products, something like that. And then, yung products ng cooperative, yung profits ng cooperative, dinidistribute sa mga members of the cooperative. So sila yung nakikinabang ng kita ng cooperative. Siyempre, may membership ng cooperative, so you need to become a member para maging member ka, magbabayad ka. No? Then, kasama ka na doon, pipirma ka sa isang agreement, etc. So, bagong pirmahan, basahin mo muna, baka mamaya, hindi naman sila magbibigay ng profits or dividends bandang every end of the year, let's say, for example. So, depende. So, basahin mo mabuti. Then, meron tayong number 13, multi-level marketing. No? So, MLM companies rely on a network. Ito yung mga companies na to sell their products. So, they are entering into MLM or network. So, ibig sabihin, kung pumasok ako sa isang company at ang marketing plan nila is MLM ang ginagamit. So more likely, it is what? On a pyramiding basis or networking. So I need to recruit for me to able to what? Get some commission from the product I sell, no? Uh, uh, from their companies, no? So para kumita yung company, bebenta ko yon and then I get commission. No? And then, yung binentahan ko kapag ka nag-member, let's say for example, at nagbenta rin siya ng product, I get commission also from the sale of recruit. Kung ako yung nagpasok sa kanya, yung benta niya, kapag ka bumenta siya, may benta rin ako. At yung nanganganak na nanganganak, no? Hanggang sa pumunta sa ilalim. No? So, it's something like a pyramid style. No? So, palalim ng palalim. Hanggang sa, what? Kapag ka dumating yung time na worst case scenario, hindi na kayang bigay ng company ng komisyon sa kanyang mga members is what? Nalulugi yung company. So dito, mayroong mga naluging company because of pyramiding or networking or yung tinatawag nating MLM, multi-level. Kaya tinawag na multi-level, iba-ibang level. No? Hanggang kwan lang yan eh. Hanggang yung ibang company para to encourage people to join. No? Ginagawa nila unlimited level. So palalim ng palalim. So delikado yun kapag unlimited level. So talagang ang mortality ng level niyan is what? Kung kinumpit ko yan nung una, nung ako'y sumali noon, hanggang level 9 lang dapat. Kinumpit ko yung mga payout of the commissions na binibigay ng company sa mga members. Depende sa dami. So dapat hanggang level 9 na. Yung mga level 10 na dapat napupunta na yung commission sa company para safety net ng company. Para hindi malugi. Okay? So hindi nila nakita yun. Kaya nagsara sila yung mga companies na yun. Mamaya, makikita natin sino-sino yung mga companies na yun. Then we have the auction houses. No, yung auction, dapat natin tandaan dyan kapag ka-auction is what? Pataas ng pataas. Like for example, antiques, antiques, collectibles, and rare items, yung mga binibenta dyan. O yung mga lumang bahay, lumang kasangkapan, lumang kotse, ang taas ng bahal niya. At kapag ka-bids naman, pababaan naman yan. So, dalawang klase yan, no? Auction and bidding. So, yung auction, tumataas yung presyo mentras naluluma yung bagay, yung item. Ang bid naman, kung sino yung pinakamababang bid, sa kanya ma-award yung project. So, mostly bids are what? Being done in a what? Alam natin na sikat ngayon, DPWH, no? So, meron silang mga bidding process na ginagawa pero Senate found that yung mga bidding na ginagawa nila is what? Luto na. Ang tawag natin doon sa luto na bidding is meron ng panalong bidder. So, hindi pa nagsisimula yung bidding, may panalo na. So, alam na ng lahat kung kanino ibibigay yung project like happens in the Discayas families. No? So, sila halos yung nakakakuha ng bids kasi naglalagay sila. Luto na eh. Baga, para alam nila na sa kanila ma-award yung product, yung project, maglalagay na sila sa DPWH. Kaya, nagkaroon ng maraming problema si DPWH. Okay? So, tawag naman natin doon is bidding. Yung ginagawa nilang process na yon is what? Ang tawag is RIG. R-I-G-G-E-D. RIG bidding ang tawag natin doon. Ibig sabihin, luto na yung bidding. Okay? So, do you understand? Sige. Ha? So, choice of distribution channel depends on the factors like product characteristics, target market, cost considerations, and the company's overall marketing strategy. Companies may also use multiple distribution like yung iba gumagamit ng brick and mortar, yung physical store at the same time they have online store, dalawa. Okay? So para dalawa yung sales na effort na ginagawa ng company. Online selling is a marketing strategy. para mas bumenta lalo yung kanyang kumpanya. Tawag natin doon omnichannel. Okay? So, ano ba yung mga examples natin? Ha? Let's say, for direct selling, ano ba yung examples natin na sabi sa atin? Dell and Tesla. So, pareho silang what? Manufacturer. Car manufacturer. Or, Dell is what? Dell is a computer manufacturer. Si Tesla naman, car manufacturer. Sell its laptop and desktop directly to consumer through its website. May website sila, Dell. Ganon din si Tesla. Meron din siyang website na ginagamit. At nagdagdag pa siya ng isa, which is the showroom. Kasi sarili naman niya yung Tesla na kotse. Electric at actually yan. So, sa mga retailers, no? Like Apple and Walmart. Now, Walmart is a multinational retail corporation, sells a wide range of products including groceries. Si Apple naman is known on its consumer electronics. No? Pare silang what? Sell products through what? Through physical stores. Si Apple naman sa Apple Store. Physical store din yun. Okay? And online website. Makakabilin tayo ng product ni Apple sa mga website. Then, of course, si wholesalers. Sino ba example yung si Costco, no? Example ni Costco is a wholesale club purchase products in bulk from manufacturers and sell them retailers and individual members at a discounted price. More likely, dito sa Pilipinas, ang katumbas niyan sino? Si SNR. Yan. Kasi membership shopping. Hindi ka makapamili. Hindi ka makapamili kung ikaw ay hindi member. Cisco naman, it is a food distributor, provides a wide range, napakaraming food, na puro pagkain related to product, restaurants, hotels, and healthcare facilities. Pareho silang what? Distributor ng mga gamit, distributor ng pagkain isa. Okay? So pagdating kay distributor naman, example nito si Ingram and Micro. Ingram Micro, a technology distributor, partners with various manufacturers, distribute products like computers, software, and consumer electronics to resellers and retailers. Tulad din Avon, Cosmetics uses network of independent, parang MLM, na ginagamit na style ni Avon. So, yun naman yung kanya concentration. So, pagdating naman kay agent and brokers, examples to, real estate and insurance. No? So, maraming ahente, yung mga companies na yan. Pareho silang may ahente. Si real estate, so meron siya mga ahente. Si insurance naman, meron siya mga broker. So, yun yung nagbebenta ng products nila. Something like that. Na? Then, for franchising like McDonald's and UPS store, so pareho silang may franchise. No? McDo, may franchise. UPS, meron ding franchise. So, ano naman yung franchise UPS? So, it is a logistic company, parang si LBC, si DHL is what? Na very known in US, no? So, ganun din si UPS, US-based din yan. So, it is a logistic company like AirAsia, Air21, Palawan, etc. So, sila yung mga deliver ng mga parcels natin. So, si McDo naman, restaurant naman siya. Pero, yung dalawang to, parehong franchise. No? Okay. Online marketplaces like Amazon and eBay, Amazon is a global e-commerce giant, provides platform. No? Pareha silang global. Yung tirada ni yung discount ni Amazon sa eBay. Specialty store naman, yan, si Best Buy, that's kasi PetSmart. Si Best Buy, it is an electronic retailer specializes in consumer electronics. Si PetSmart naman, specializes in pets. No? Pareho silang specialty. For department store naman, dito meron tayong department store, si SM, department store yan. Si Robinson, department store yan. Mga mall natin, no? Ayala, yan, department store yan. No? So, like Macy's, no? Department store chain, so, para siyang si SM, napakarami ng branches ni SM offers a wide assortment of product including clothing, home, goods, cosmetics, accessories, all within one store. So yun ang diskarte. Nagkakaroon siya ng branch pero one roof lang talaga. Si Bloomingdale, another department store, focuses on high-end. No? Parang dito sa atin, high-end na mga product, mamahalin na mga damit like high-end fashion and home furnishings. Si vending machine naman, so meron siyang snack vending machine and ticketing vending machine. So snack, pare silang vending machine. So pwede natin makuha sa vending machine yung mga ganong klase produkto. Snacks at yung mga tickets na binibili natin for airplanes, for bus, for ships, something like that. For direct marketing, meron tayong the sharper image. They are selling in catalog. Kaparehas din what? Catalog choice. No? It is a non-profit organization. Facilitates direct marketing opt-out, allowing consumers to reduce unwanted catalogs then mailing. So, pareha sila nagbebenta through catalog. Then, we have cooperative associations. So, dito sa bansa natin, napakarami ng naitatag na cooperative. No? Basta kung tayo ay sasali sa cooperative, tandaan nyo lang, no? Check their existence in the Cooperative Associations of the Philippines. Tingnan natin kung legal sila or hanapin nyo sila sa SEC, hanapin nyo sila sa DTI. Para bago tayo sumali. So, sa ibang bansa, yung cooperative is like Ace Hardware or Land O'Lakes, no? Pare silang cooperative organization, but they are independent. Si Land O'Lakes is concentrated only on farmers that produce dairy and agricultural products. Si Ace Hardware naman, is what? Mga hardware stores, yung concentration. Ito yung multi-level na binabanggit ko sa inyo kanina. Yan, si Amway sa kasi Herbalife. No? Wala na rito ng mga companies na lugi na. Kasi they did not anticipate. No? Yung tinatawag nating levels. No? Dapat hanggang level 9 lang. Otherwise, yung level 10 dapat sa company na yan. And the rest. No? Kung gano'n man siya kalalim, dapat sa company na pupunta. So, ibig sabihin, yung payout niya dapat nasa level 9 lang. Pagdating sa level 10, hindi na dapat siya nagbibigay ng komisyon. So, from that, no, tatag si company, pero hindi nangyari. Kaya yun, nalugi sila. Kaya mo isa kasi Herbalife. No? Then, auction houses, andyan si Sotebay and Christie. No? Pareha silang auction houses. So, Sotebay concentrated only on fine art, jewelry, and collectibles. No? Live online auction ang ginagawa niya. Si Christie naman, another auction house, wide range of art collectibles items including rare books, vintage wines, and antique furniture. Na nagpapapunta siya ng mga tao para mag-attend ng auction. Pero yung isa naman, si Sotebay, is what? Online. Pero parehong auction. So these examples demonstrate a diversity of distribution channels in various industries and product categories. Companies often select distribution channel based on factors like target market, okay, product characteristics, and overall business strategy. Okay, so do you understand? Huh? So we call it what? Examples. Now, let's go with another topic. So this time we will be selecting what channel to be selected. Yung mga binanggit natin na yan. Anong pipiliin natin? So we call it what? Channel and selection management. Huh? So on channel and selection management, we need to look an overview of the product. So ano yung titingnan natin sa product? So unang-una, yung nature of the product. So for the overview, alamin natin ano yung nature ng produkto. Is it a producer's good? Is it a consumer's good? So when we say producer's goods, uh, they convert, no? They convert the product into another finished product. When we say manufacturer's goods, so they manufacture it, no? They own the product that they manufacture. So, ibig sabihin, si producer is what? So let's say plywood. Si manufacturer, ginagamit niya yung raw material niya as plywood. Let's say, mga bahay. Ayan, ginagamit niya yung plywood. Yung buong plywood, hindi niya na pinrocess yan. Pero si producer, pinrocess pa niya yung, yung plywood. So, convert niya into what? A table o chair. Something like that. No? Nakapag-create siya ng produkto out from a plywood. So, yun yung pagkakaiba ng dalawa. Let's say, bigas na lang. Is it a producer's goods o a manufacturer's good? Bigas. Pwede nating masabing producer's goods. Why? So, hindi naman tayo nagtanim ng bigas. Ang tanim si farmer. So, binenta ni farmer yung bigas. Benta sa atin at isinaing naman natin para maging kanin. Something like that. Producer's good yan. Okay? Do you understand? What is meant by the two? So, nature of the product. Alamin natin ano yung nature. Pangalawa, yung target market. Sino yung bibili? To understand the demographics preferences like behaviors of the target audience is crucial. Different customer segments, no? Prefer different channels. For instance, younger consumers may prefer online shopping while older consumers may favor in-store experiences. Mas gustong pumunta ng mga may edad na sa mga mall kaysa sa mga bata. No? So yung mga bata is what? Gusto nila online. Mga tamad. Okay, market coverage. Companies need to decide the level of market coverage they aim to achieve. No? Sino yung bebentahan nila ng let's say, isang barangay ba yan, isang barrio ba yan, isang city ba yan, something like that. So, we need to consider kasi kailangan natin yung dami para bumenta tayo. So, kung madami, maganda magiging benta natin. Pero kung kakaunti lang, a small group of people, so we consider it very less no? Pagka magbebenta tayo ng product. Alamin natin yung coverage sa market natin. Then, of course, alamin natin yung mga kalaban natin nagtitinda, yung competitive analysis. Assessing how competitors distribute similar products from products can inform channel selection. Understanding which channels competitors are using can help the company identify gaps or opportunities in the market. Alamin natin yung sino yung competitor natin. Baka mamaya, our competitors are selling the same. So, baka hindi na tayo bumenta. Do you understand? Okay? Then, number 5 is what? Cost and resources. Yung ating gastos. Siyempre, kapag depende dun sa ating marketing efforts or marketing strategies na ginagamit natin, yung iba nga gumagamit pa ng television. Most expensive advertisement. Yung mga billboards, meron pa sila. So, etc. Meron pang transit advertising, etc. Ang dami. So, we need to consider the cost and the resources that we will be using upon reaching our customer. So, try to determine. Okay? Then, i-manage na natin yung channel. So, number 1, channel partner selection. Okay? So, companies must choose channel partners such as distributors, retailers, e-commerce platform carefully. So, piliin natin mabuti. So, ilan yung distributor natin? Kasi sasweldohan natin mga yan pagka binibenta yung product natin. So, magkano yung sweldo nila? So, dapat manggagaling din doon sa benta natin. Kung if their salary will be coming out from our pocket itself, no? Our own pocket, no? Medyo mabigat. Hindi po pwede, no? Try to consider that before selecting a channel. Okay? Then relationship building. So we need to what? We need to talk also with our what? With our suppliers. No? Relationship building, developing strong relationship with channel partners. No? Kailangan pakasamahan din natin sila. Otherwise, pakasirahan nila tayo. Di ba? Then number 3 is inventory management. Maintaining appropriate inventory levels to meet customer demand while minimizing holding costs and stock outs is vital. Efficient inventory management helps ensure products are available when and where customers want them. Dapat meron tayong proper inventory management. So some companies are using what? ABC inventory. Then is like from Japan, just in time. Pag-aaralan natin yan, inventory models na. Then pricing, we need to consider also before choosing, no? Before managing our partners. Pag-aaralan natin yung pricing and promotion, lalong-lalo na sa mga products that belongs on the cartel. Ano ba yung mga products na belongs to the cartel? Ano ba yung cartel? We cannot what? We cannot decide price increase unless otherwise the government dictates. No? The government dictates the prices of the product. Ibig sabihin ng cartel. Okay, so let's say sa bigas, hindi ka pwede magbenta ng let's say 70 pesos na bigas. Ceiling lang is pinakamahal, 60 ngayon sa market, no? 60. Hindi ka pwede, hindi ka mabibilan. So hindi mo rin pwede siyang ibaba. Let's say kung 60 ang ceiling, hindi mo siya pwedeng ibaba ng 59, 58, no. Let's say 50 pesos. So mababa na masyado. So ibig sabihin, pag nagbaba ka, dadagsain ka ng tao. So maalarma yung mga kapitbahay mo, yung mga kakapwa mo nagnenegosyo ng bigas, no? So maalarma sila. Susumbong ka sa mga otoridad, sa munisipyo na gano'n ginawa mo. Hindi pwede. Like presyo ng baboy, presyo ng isda, something like that. Gasolina, lalong-lalo na, no? Then yung mga examples ng product natin na nasa cartel. Okay? Then performance evaluation. So gumamit tayo ng tool like KPI, na? Ano ba yung KPI? Key Performance Indicators to what? To evaluate the performance, no? Performance nino, no? Channel. No? So kailangan gumamit tayo ng tool para ma-measure natin yan. So hindi ko pwedeng basta-basta na lang tayo. So we try to what? Try to investigate. Ano yung performance sila, something like that. Then conflict resolution. So we need to have a channel conflict that can arise, such as dispute over territory, pricing. So hindi ko pwede. Okay? Kaya solve natin yung conflicts na we are experiencing. Like for example, on the deliveries, no? On the deliveries, okay, on deliveries, dapat at least, no, yung mga drivers natin, at least alaman lang nila na kung paano magpalit ng, let's say, nagkaroon ng tigalot or emergency sa kalsada, na flat yung kanilang truck or delivery vehicle, at least alaman lang nila magpalit ng gulong. Otherwise, magkakaroon ng conflict, hindi ma-deliver yung product, pagka hindi nila pinalitan yon. At pag naghintay pa sila at napakatagal, naghintay pa sila ng rescue, dapat at least yung driver man lang alam gawa ng solusyon, yung problema. Okay? So, what are the applications, no? For consumer goods, no? For consumer goods, So in consumer goods industry, channel selections may involve a combination of what? Direct sales, retailers, wholesalers, e-commerce. For example, a company selling electronics may have its own retail stores, partner with electronic retailers and some online through a website and a third-party e-commerce platform. So dapat kalat natin, no? When we are talking of consumer goods, kasi consumer yan. So it is being directly consumed by yung mga products, it's being directly consumed by our consumers. So dapat sa lahat ng channel, meron tayong rin, meron tayong platforms na pwedeng punta or website na available siya. Number 2, software and digital products. Now, software companies may use direct sales effort, online sales, and third-party software marketplaces to distribute their products. Effective channel management ensures consistent pricing and support for customer. So, yan naman yung para sa software, no? We use direct sales, no? Online sales, and third-party. Gamitin natin. Then, number 3, fashion industry. In the fashion industry, brands often use a mix of retail stores and e-commerce website and high-end boutique to reach the customer. Managing relationship with retailers and boutiques while maintaining brand image is very critical. Sa fashion industry naman, so ang discard nila is mix. No? Mix ang gagamitin nila, mix of retail stores. No? So dapat meron silang pwesto doon. Then for number 4, automotive naman. So ano pa automotive natin? Auto manufacturers typically distribute their vehicles through a combination of company-owned dealership and independent dealers. So, dapat papasokin din nila yung mga independent dealers kasi napakamahal niyang mga kotse na yan. So others are having a very good strategy on selling this kind of product. Dami din lang contact. Meron silang mga different styles to sell the product. So, kaya i-allow din natin, papasokin din natin yung mga independent dealers na para sa ating showroom for automotive. Na? For pharmaceuticals, companies may distribute their products through wholesale pharmacies and hospitals. Na? Dapat available sa mga wholesale, available sa mga pharmacies and hospitals yung ating mga products, not only on our own physical store. Otherwise, hindi makita yan ng mga consumers. Number 6, sa food and beverages, companies in the food and beverages industry may use distributors, supermarket, restaurants, and e-commerce to reach the consumers. Channel management involves logistics, quality control, and marketing to different segments. No? Sa mga food and beverages, so may use supermarket strategy, restaurant, yan. So yan yung mga dapat nandun tayo. So ganoon naman talaga. No? So nandun siya sa mga restaurants. So para mas madaling mapili. For financial services in the financial sector, banks and insurance companies may use combination of physical branches. Dapat meron talagang bangko and online platform agents. No? Or they need to have a call center environment to serve the customer. So, para sa bangko yan. For entertainment, the entertainment industry uses various distribution channels including theaters. Dapat nandun yung mga products natin para hindi nalalayo yung mga nanonood ng sine para bumili ng pagkain, let's say for example. So, nandun na tayong mga pagkain doon. Okay? So, ano yung mga conflicts? So, let us analyze what are conflicts. So, number 1, horizontal conflict. This occurs when entities at the same level of distribution channels, such as competing retailers, come into conflict. For example, 2 retailers in the same shopping mall, no? So, hindi mo pwede. Huwag mong pagsabungin yung dalawa. Mag-aaway ng dalawa. Okay lang sana kung parehong company-owned franchise siya, pwede. Pero 'pag hindi, talagang magsasabog yung mga yan, okey? Magpapataasan ng ihi yung mga yan. So, huwag mong pagsamahin. So, let's say kung malaki yung mall natin, so ilagay mo yung isa do'n sa kabilang side, then yung isa naman sa kabilang side. So, huwag mong pagtabi para maiwasan yung tinatawag nating horizontal conflict. Vertical conflict happens between entities at different levels, no, of the distribution channels such as manufacturers and retailers. Common causes include disagreements over pricing, product quality, and product availability. So, unang-una magsisiraan yung mga yan, no. Dito sa amin, laging marami kaming stock, so laging available yung product. So, kung huwag kayong pupunta doon kasi walang stock yung mga yan, laging luma yung mga stock. So, huwag gano'n, no. For instance, a manufacturer may want to increase the wholesale price, while retailers may resist due to concerns about the profitability. Example lang yan. Call it vertical conflict. Then we have the multi-channel conflict. So when we say multi-channel conflict arise when a company uses multiple distribution channels such as brick and mortar stores and e-commerce, and conflicts arise between this channel. So, iba yung sinasabi ni platform, iba yung sinasabi ni brick and mortar. So, hindi pa pwede, na. Dapat magkasundo lagi ang dalawa. Kung meron kay brick and mortar, meron din kay online channel. Number 4, interfunctional conflict. This type of conflict occurs with a single company. Typically between different departments or function, like example, marketing, sales, and production. Dapat merong coordination. So, para maiwasan yung interfunctional. So, ano ba yung function ni marketing? Strategies na para maibenta yung product. Ano yung function ng sale? Ibenta yung product. Then, sino yung production? Sila yung nagpo-produce ng product. So, dapat kausapin ni sales si production para meron siyang may bebenta. Na? At si marketing naman, pag-aralan niya yung mga product ng company and apply some promotional strategies na maganda para maging maganda yung sales department. So, interfunctional, iwasan natin ito ng conflict na. So, do you understand? And resolutions, no? Resolutions, ano yung pwede natin para ma-resolve, no? Yung conflict na yan. So, there must be communication and negotiation. There must be conflict mediation, may mga magitan. Then, meron sing iwasan natin yung conflict, no? Conflict avoidance. Then, number 4, yung channel design, we need to what? Re-evaluate yung design na existing natin dun sa tinatawag nating conflict na yun. So, if it's a must to re-evaluate the design of the distribution channel to minimize conflict. This may involve streamlining channel structure, selecting different partners, or making adjustment to pricing and positioning to reduce competition among members. Okay? So, yun yung mga tinatawag natin. Then, of course, another mitigation here, technology and data sharing. So, you need to employ such as inventory management, data sharing platforms to enhance visibility and coordination among channel members. Real-time information sharing can help prevent dispute, no? Para maiwasan to. So, technology and data sharing. Dapat open sa lahat yung ating mga data na yun. Then, performance metrics. Establish performance metrics and key performance indicators that align the interests of different channel members. Like, for example, compensation, incentive, bonuses can be tied up, no, to these metrics to motivate. No? Magbigay tayo ng incentives, magbigay tayo ng magandang offer ng salary para ma-motivate yung mga to perform. Okay? So, applications natin. For automotive industry, car manufacturers may experience vertical conflicts with dealership over issues like pricing, incentives, inventory levels. The solution may involve revising dealer agreements. No? Bisitahin natin ang dealer agreements natin and provide financial incentive and improving communication. Okay? Number 2, consumer electronics. Manufacturers of consumer electronics often face horizontal conflicts among retailers that carry their products. To resolve this conflict, manufacturers may create exclusive products to offer customized marketing support to different retailers. Para sa consumer, so offer it to different retailers. For e-commerce naman, use third-party sellers. I-offer natin sa mga third-party sellers yung mga products para ma-distribute. So it may experience multi-channel conflicts. Implementing strict policies on pricing para hindi magkaroon ng mga changes. For food and beverages, industry may have a vertical conflicts over issues like shelf space. So bigyan natin ng lugar yung ating mga distributors on our own supermarket para magkaroon sila ng placement sa kanilang product para mas maraming benta. Hindi lang sa mga restaurant, pati even in supermarket. Sa mga convenience store, dapat available din sila. Then, on pharmaceuticals naman, manufacturers may encounter interfunctional conflicts when marketing and sales team have different opinions on product promotion and price. Effective cross-functional. So when we say cross-functional, pwedeng magamit to sa ganito at pwede rin siyang magamit sa ganun, something like that. Yung product na yun. So let's say alcohol, pwedeng magamit sa sugat at pwedeng panglinis ng kamay, something like that. Disinfectant. Cross-functional ang tawag natin doon. So i-offer din natin sa mga customer yun. For fashion industry, it can experience horizontal conflicts among retailers selling the same brand. Manufacturers can minimize these conflicts by offering exclusive collection to specific retailers and implementing minimum advertised price, yung gagawin nating MAP policy. Para sa fashion industry, para maiwasan ang conflict na ganon, is manufacturers can minimize this. I-offer natin yung exclusive collection. Okay? For franchising. For franchising and retailing are two distinct business strategies that involve different approach. Magkaiba lang ang approach yan, yung franchising strategies and retailing strategies. So franchising is a business model where franchisor or parent company grants rights to independent entrepreneur to operate their own business using franchisor's brand, product, and system in exchange of fees and royalties. Ayan yung discuss ko kanina, yung royalty. So, kasama yan sa franchise. The franchise benefits from established brand and support the franchisor. Franchising is commonly used in various industries. Like what? Fast food restaurant franchising is extremely used in fast food industry. For example, include McDonald's, Subway, KFC, etc. etc. Well, franchises operate individual restaurants while adhering to the franchisor standard, menu, and branding. Talagang yun yung sinusunod ng franchise. For what? For retail and apparel. Retailers like UPS Store and 7-Eleven offers franchise opportunities. Entrepreneurs can operate convenience stores, retail location using the franchisor's brand and supply chain support. So dapat meron tayong support na pinoprovide if we are doing franchise. For hospitality naman, hotel industry such as what? Like Marriott and Hilton uses franchising to expand its footprint. Independent hotel owners can become franchise and benefit from a global reservation system and brand recognition. So like, for example, Hotel Sogo, no? Para sa brand recognition, they are providing slippers, providing towels, providing soaps, na nandun mismo yung pangalan ng hotel para mas madaling matandaan. Brand recognition. Okay? For fitness and wellness, branches like Anytime Fitness and Planet Fitness allow franchises to own and operate gyms now while benefiting from established brand equipment and operation support. For automotive services naman, companies like GP Lube and Mayneke, okay, offer automotive service and repair franchises. Entrepreneurs can establish service centers. So, i-allow natin yung mga owners na mag-establish ng mga service centers na para doon tayo pupunta. Malapit lang. So, for retailing naman, applications to retailing for department store like Macy's and Nordstrom are well-known department store that offers a wide range of products across various categories, including clothing, cosmetics, home goods, and electronics. Para sa department store. Okay? So, dapat wide range yung approach natin. Hindi lang yung limited. Hindi pwede. For specialty stores naman like Apple and Sephora focus on specific products. Then discount retailers like Walmart, Target offer a variety of products at a competitive price. Dapat competitive yung mga prices natin. Then for online retailers, e-commerce giants like Amazon have transformed the retail industry by offering a vast of selection of products online, leveraging technology, okay, and providing convenient shopping experiences. Then number 5, groceries like Kroger and Tesco specialize on selling food and they operate physical stores and increasingly offer online grocery shopping. Meron na rin nga. Dati si Grab, okay, transport lang. Pero ngayon may grocery na. Grab Mart. Something like that. And Grab food. For pharmacies, like Walgreens and CVS focus on health and wellness products, including prescription, medication, over-the-counter, and personal care items. So, saan silang focus? Prescription, medication, dapat meron na rin silang ganun for pharmacy. Pag pinascribe, automatic bibili na agad yung customer ng product nila. So, meron silang online prescription and in-store prescription. Over the counter also. Dapat knowledgeable din yung kanilang mga pharmacies. For luxury retailers, luxury brands like Louis Vuitton and Gucci operate high-end retail stores that offer exclusive premium products. They focus on providing a luxury shopping experience. So, they need to provide luxury shopping experience. Let's say, example, luxury shopping experience. Like, you are riding a luxury vehicle while doing shopping, something like that. So, ibang klaseng experience yan. So, let's go with our CLOs. CLO is a course learning outcome that we need to understand on this particular lesson. Okay? So, for step 1, understand product market characteristics. So, if we are talking of the framework like designing effective distribution channels, so we need to understand the product market characteristics like considerations that we need to consider and what will be the design implication. So, para maintindihan natin yung product and market characteristics. Like, for example, product type, like, for example, perishable, high value, or bulky. So, perishables need fast. kailangan mabilis para hindi masira yung pagkain. And should be what? Short channel only. For high value or bulky products, must require secure, exclusive channel. Yun yung gagawin natin. For customer type, so B2B is business to business, may prepare direct distribution models. For B2C, business to consumer, often uses retail and online platforms. For purchase frequency and volume, so high frequency, low value dapat. Mag-offer tayo. For wholesale and retailers, we offer low frequency or let's say pagka konti lang. So high value yung diskarte natin because it is the diskarte of the direct agent. Okay? For market geography naman, para sa local, yung direct sales. For national, there must be a distributor plus a retail. For global export agents, for global, there must be an export agents and regional. Yung diskarte ng natin. Design dapat nung ating channel. For customer preferences, it should be what? Online savvy. If it is e-commerce, no? For convenience and focus, retail stores or personalized retail stores. Okay? So, dapat meron din tayong direct and sales agents. So, number 2 is select the right distribution strategy. Choose a level of distribution intensity. Like, for example, no? Strategy is intensive. High volume, low margin. So, ano yung mga product na available na pwedeng ibenta dyan? So, we have the snacks, soft drinks, and toilet. Intensive yan. So, when we say intensive, lagi nating pinibili. For selective, mid-range products need some customer interaction. Okay, so dapat may interaction din. So we have the electronics, fashion, and beauty. So ibig sabihin, we need to talk. No? We need to talk to the customer para i-discuss yung product. So medyo meron tinatawag na customer interaction. For exclusive naman, there must be what? A premium of luxury items. No? Like for example, sa kotse, ano ba yung mga premium cars? Ano ba yung mga designer fashion and high-end tech? So we need to consider that also for exclusive. Kasi yun yung strategy na tinutukoy natin. Intensive, selective, and exclusive. Okay, tip, no? Dual or hybrid channels may serve multiple segments like online plus physical and retail. Okay? So step 3, identify the most suitable channel types, no? So pipiliin natin ano ba yung mga suitable na type na pwede nating piliin. For direct sales, for full control, B2B or niche market. Yung dyan magagamit yan. For retailers, for mass market, which for wholesalers, when targeting multiple or small retailers naman. For distributors, for regional specialization after sales service. For online marketplaces, for low-cost market entry and what? For product testing. For franchising, for rapid and capital light expansion. So, yun yung dapat natin paggamitin. For agents and brokers, for commission-based selling or complex sales, like insurance and real estate. Step number 4. Okay, so reminders, no? Kung meron kayong mga tanong, at nandiyan na rin sa inyo yung material, so review nyo na rin yan. No? That's because it's the totality of the topic. No? I-align na natin yung channel to customer experience and expectation. So, paano natin i-align? Okay? For customer expectation, ano ba yung inaasahan ni customer? So, let's say, fast delivery. So, how do we design? No? local DCs, optimized last mile logistics, and digital tracking. So when we say digital tracking, we need to employ what? RFIDs, yung mga yan. For product demonstration, dapat merong in-store staff, no? Merong nagde-demo. So, merong virtual, pagka online naman, may virtual try-ons and video demos. For omni-channels, so there must be a seamless integration across web app, and in-store. So, dapat seamless, no? Pare-parehas. For personalized service, direct representatives, agents, and CRM enabled. Okay. For easy returns, so there must be a reverse logistics and local drop-off point. So we need to provide that. We need to include that in the design. Design principle, well, we let the customer journey dictate the channel infrastructure, not other way around. So let the customer. Step number 5, technology and data. So modern channel design must leverage technology for scalability, visibility, and optimization. Like for example, channel management software. So gumamit tayo ng CRM or PRM, inventory and order management, okay? E-commerce integration, these are what? These are platforms, no? Lazada, Shopee, Shopify, TikTok, etc. Then last mile delivery, like for example, so we need to integrate it with the third party logistics like Lalamove para mas marap kung hindi natin kayang deliver. So we need to integrate it with Lalamove and Nijavan, etc. And AI tools for demand forecasting, for route optimization. So gumamit tayo ng AI. For step number 6, design and monitoring mechanisms for performance and partner alignment. Like in the area of sales performance, so andyan si revenue per channel, then conversion rate, then operational efficiency, order fulfillment rate, and delivery lead time. So ito yung mga metrics na gagamitin natin. Partners performance, sell-through rate, compliance, training. Yan yung mga performance na gagamitin natin. Yung KPI. And then for customer satisfaction, so we need to offer NPS and CSAT and repeat purchase rate. So yan yung mga metrics. Okay, or establish SLA or service level agreement and conflict resolution. So service level agreement, this will be in between us and the service provider. Kaya tinawag na service level agreement. Okay, example of the applications in the Philippine context, we have the local organic skincare. So anong kanila? Anong retail strategy nila, no? So ang target market nila health conscious millennials and in urban centers. No, ang channel design nila direct to consumer via website. Then they are using Lazada and Shopee on their official store and consignment in eco-friendly specialty store. Then occasional pop-ups in lifestyle fairs, no? For customer expectation, it is sustainability, convenience, and authenticity. Yung diskarte. For technology use, they are using Shopify plus CRM plus inventory sync with Shopee and Lazada. Yan sa examples lang yan ng mga channel management and design. For startup milk tea franchise, target markets, yan no? So they design their store like franchising model for store expansion. Dapat medyo malapad kasi tatambayan talaga ng mga estudyante yan. Then they have the central commissary for raw materials. No? Then they have the POS and the sales tracking dashboard per franchise. For customer expectation naman, quality, consistency, malinis, store cleanliness, or delivery availability. For delivery naman, they are using GrabFood, Foodpanda, and TokTok Food. For industrial paint manufacturer, ang target market nila, hardware store and contractor shop, business to business. Channel design nila is what? Regional distributors with warehouse capability. Then select wholesalers for secondary cities and technical sales team for industrial, institutional accounts. No? So, for support and services, they are using color matching, on-site technical visits, and product demos. For customer expectation, they are using technical advice, availability, and after-sales report. For what? For industrial paint manufacturer. So these are the references that I use on this particular discussion. So let's go with the final insight. So another look for the references para meron kayong idea. Yan yung mga ginamit natin. So yung mga links na yan, pakicopy nyo lang sa inyong mga browser. Ito, open po yan. Mga buhay po yung link. Okay? Then, what will be the final insight? Na? Effective distribution design is not static. Hindi ba pwedeng nakatigil lang. It evolves as a market shift, technology advances, and customer expectation change. Businesses must continuously evaluate, optimize, and innovate their channel strategies and stay competitive. Okay? So, references, yung mga references na yan, buhay po yan. Okay? So, again, I am Professor Aquino of PUP Quezon City. So, panoorin niyo itong video na to kung if you found it very useful. Hindi naman to pilitan. Kung gusto mo lang, if you find it very useful, subscribe mo yung channel ko. Then like and share the video para you will be updated kung meron pa akong mga ibang topics na i-upload dito sa aking channel. Okay? So, kung mag-subscribe ka, maraming thank you. Salamat. Pero kung hindi ka mag-subscribe, no problem. So, no worries. So, hindi ito pilitan. Ha? Pero kung nagustuhan mo yung channel ko, subscribe mo at like and share. So, again, Professor Aquino from Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Quezon City. So, yun lamang po at bye-bye. Okay? So, stop share ko na po ito. And stop recording.